Hey, what's going on, Phantom Fam? Welcome to my first video. A lot of y'all who come in here probably see me from TikTok. I said for a long time that I was going to make a video. I was going to start using YouTube as a outlet. Get away from TikTok because 60 seconds, 15 seconds, 33 minutes, and everything is kind of difficult. And live is kind of difficult to do for me anyway. So, but right now, I kind of want to do a long version of videos I've done, of TikToks I've done anyway. And I want to start off with a good one, okay? I'm going to try. I'm not going to make it too long, but I want to make a good stretch of time. The other day, I made a video. Let's just start from the beginning, okay? Okay, I was on Facebook, just doing Facebook things, and when my friends happened to come across having to do a story, when they had the stories like you share TikToks. Well, they happened to share a interesting one. You know what? Let me turn it around because it's kind of you can see me go back. Oh, ow! Sorry. By the way, let's just gonna be on first takes. I could sit there and make it free and make it perfect, but that's not what I'm about. Keep it real, keep it raw, and everything. Keep it straight. But anyway, let me get back to what I was talking about. Okay. The video I seen, it was a guy. He was obviously selling a hoodie. Now the thing about it was hoodie about the 13 people who was killed in Afghanistan, and he was like, say their names, President Biden, you know what, the usual stuff, the usual spiel like that. Now y'all all know my page. Everything I bring up is everything I talk about is all about discussion. It's all about having dialogue between each other. And don't get me wrong, if you have differing views, that's fine because we all can talk and conversate. And I don't know about having male grounds, but everybody come away knowing a little something more. But what pissed me off about this particular video was the fact that this guy was using soldier sacrifices, was using people's deaths, soldiers' deaths, sailors' deaths, Marines' deaths, as a way to make money. Now, I'm not against someone making money, if they want to make patriotic stuff, that's fine, that's their talent. I'm not going to hate on that. But what I will do is call out someone who wants to take someone's sacrifice in order to produce income. If you have a political view, that's one thing. If you have an opinion, that's one thing. But when your opinion involves basically just going out there and making money off of someone's tragedy, then that is a whole other thing altogether, because it's not about message. You know, it ain't about trying to make them say their names or remember them. It's all about capitalizing on someone's tragedy, someone's suffering. You know, capitalize on someone's son, daughter, mother, father, grandmother, grandfather, wife, husband. That's what that's about. That's not the first time I've seen it. I have seen it on several different occasions. Now, if you want to do that, if you know if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But be prepared to get called out on it, because that's kind of disrespectful. You know, if you want to do memorial to them, that's one thing. But if you're doing that for the simple fact of wanting to push your narrative, want to make money off of them, then that's just plain out wrong. You know, you know, that's just the way I feel. And honestly, if you agree with that, then you know, sorry, then you know better than they are. Another thing I want to bring up, I want to put on this page, is about large creators. You know, I'm not going to bring up any particular names, because at this very moment, it is still an accusation. So all the facts ain't together. But all I'm going to say about it is, when you have such a large platform, you open yourself up to a greater amount of accountability and scrutiny than anybody with a smaller platform. You know, we all have seen that. And like I said, this ain't about anybody in particular. You know, I'm not doing that. You know, I'm not messy. I'm not shady. It's just my opinion. And my opinion has always been, if you're going to say something, then you need to, what's the phrase I'm looking for? You need to own it. Every TikTok I've done, every TikTok you've seen on my page, I own. And what I mean by it is that I stand by every single word I've said. Now, if I'm wrong, by all means, call me out on it. I've said that. I made a video about that. Call me out. Because if you're just misinformation, then it needs to be corrected. But the problem with the large law of creators, and not just on TikTok, but on a lot of these pages, is they get so big, they feel that any kind of questioning on their part, no, Christian, I'm sorry, any kind of questioning about what they say is seen as an attack. You know, you can't, you know, you have to, one of the parts of being a large creator is that you always have to be accountable for anything you say. And if you make a mistake, just own up to it and correct yourself. You know, I've seen a lot of that. And that's why a lot of times when you see these videos on here, when you go on TikTok and see these people doing these videos and they get questioned about something, and I'm not talking about just some stupid things, but something important or imperative, excuse me. And then they feel that you saying something about it equates to you attacking them. Then it's no longer about information. It's no longer about educating someone. It's no longer about trying to help people understand. You get to a point where you're no longer just trying to give education, but rather you're basically just trying to tell people that your word is above all. And that's the kind of thing you got to realize that no matter how big your platform is, whether it's 200 or 2 million, you have to be held accountable for everything you do, everything you say. And once again, this video is not about anybody in particular. I don't make personal attacks like that. If you say something and it's kind of incorrect or something that needs to be said, then yeah, that's one thing. But I'm not just gonna blatantly attack someone. I'm just gonna blatantly say any kind of rumors, misinformation, because then I wouldn't be no better than they are. One more thing I want to say, and I'm gonna cut it quick. But this is actually a good thing, okay? Now, anybody who's been on my lives, whenever you get on there, I always ask you how you doing. You doing okay? Then I always ask you where you're from. I always ask you, and there's all kinds of stuff, and there's a reason for that. Another video I made, I talked about the fact that everybody in the world, everybody in the public, we're all in the same position. Yes, we might be in different countries, but governments are gonna be governments, and they're gonna be crooked one way or another. And I always tell people, just because someone lives in another country doesn't mean they're evil people. Now, quite a perfect example is 9/11. 9/11 was a tragic event. We all know that. It was a terrible worldwide event. And, you know, it was the kind of thing that really shook the world because it was the kind of thing that really, I'm not gonna say never happened in the United States, but it showed that even one of the more powerful nations in the world is still just as vulnerable. And the thing about it is, for a while, people stopped becoming all these different labels and all these different groups and everything and became one. Now, where I'm going with this, the thing I want to talk about the fact that among them groups is people who has that background. I'm not saying that who from there who were terrorists, but we was always going back. We was sitting there basically wanting to blame a whole group of people. We want to say blame Muslims and everything, and you know, you can't say that they were responsible. I'm not saying that a religion was responsible. You can put a group, but one group is not going to. Those are represent a whole religion or a whole race or a whole gender or whatever. Where I'm going with this is that we're so busy trying to associate groups when it comes to violence that we don't think that it was just individuals acting out. You know, I never blamed Muslims for it. You know why? Because a religion is if a religion makes you want to kill someone or hurt someone, it's not a religion, it's a cult. Religion is about being peaceful, being being make taking whatever book you use as a way to make yourself a better person. And whether it's the Bible, whether it's the Quran, whether it's the Torah, whatever religious document you use, it doesn't books like that don't result in you hurting people. It's your own morals that do that. And them people who carried out that attack, their morals wasn't in the right place. So we shouldn't blame a whole group just because of the fact of a few people. A few people was just doing something they shouldn't be doing. But like I said, I never figured that Muslims as a whole would be responsible. But just few people that carried out the attacks were. We gotta stop generalizing groups with certain acts. Anyway, let me get on out of here, okay? Love y'all. Y'all take care, okay? Y'all take care. Bye.